point, guys, it's just something we accept as an outcome, right? I mean, no one really knows. But let's be optimistic, and let's say Bitcoin goes to new all-time high. I still think you're going to have that sort of that slight downturn in 2026, where you're not necessarily looking at like an 80% drop, maybe just like a 50% drop from whatever the high ends up being, right? So if it's a 126, maybe we drop to 60K. If it's 140, maybe we drop to 70K. I think what you could see happen, and this is more of a macro view, right? More of a macro view. So what if this is the way it plays out, where you have a top either in October or in sort of a best case scenario, maybe we rally back up to this trend line again, go above it, and then drop. And we find support down here by the end of 2026, and then we get a bounce off that. So what I'm trying to say is, there is a chance here that the 4-year cycle is perfectly intact, and it manifests itself in a different way each cycle that makes people think it's not going to happen. So what if a lot of people end up being right? You sort of stretch the truth, right? You move the goalpost slightly so that, you have your 2019 bull market where Bitcoin leads. You then have sort of this like intermediate bear market, and then you get sort of lower interest rates, the return of money printing and stimulus checks and all that jazz. And that's sort of the next phase. But you could still have a brief downturn in 2026 in the midst of both of those moves, right? So you have your first move up there, sort of your consolidation, and then your next move up. Maybe this time will play out the same way. You just have your first move up here, then you get your 2026 consolidation, and then you get another move up, right? Like what if it just simply plays out like that? It wouldn't be completely unheard of for it to play out like that. I could see it doing something like that. I also want to talk about, other ways that you could view this market. And that is through a lens that might be kind of a weird one to think about. It might be kind of weird, but just put it out there. You could argue that, sort of the looser monetary policy stuff that happens.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I actually was in the middle of a video right before this timer went off. But we are good. Let's go. Lainey. Hey man, how are you? To be honest, I had to change the live stream time. It's supposed to be like 1 hour from now, but because of something else that I had to push 1 hour before, it got fucked up. But that's all right. I just couldn't organize myself as I wanted for today. So I guess we're gonna just talk a little bit about the market, take a look into whatever is going on and see what you guys want to talk about. And then we go to, the best part, just having some fun, playing some games and enjoying a time together. But yeah, so excited to be here. Thank you so much for those that are joining. Don't forget, we keep going live on different live streams. So right now we are on X, we are on Twitch, and we also are talking on YouTube. So please come to the chat, talk with me. Let's have a chat. We are literally just starting the week, right? So I want us to take it easy, go slow. I don't think overall we are not in a bad moment. The market is kind of trying to push us up, right? And I just want to, I just want us to take it easy, go slow, Don't push too hard, Just scared of Trump. Hello, Ape, GM bro, how are you? Oh man, Trump is an interesting guy, I will never forget the first time he was elected. It was in the middle of the night in Brazil, something like 3 a.m. I think, something like that. and it was like the Brazilian time with the time that things were happening in Washington. It was a little bit like ahead in the future, and I remember like turning on the TV and even like my mom telling me somehow like she was still awake. It was something like that, you know. And everyone was like talking about Trump and how crazy things would get like. And I was still very young, you know. I mean, very young. How long ago was that? Maybe 5 years, maybe something more. Maybe 4, 8. Okay, I have no idea. I can't remember really. It was before the crazy guy. So yeah, I have no fucking idea. But regardless, yeah, Trump's always doing something that might make us feel something, right? Not always good. But once again, he have been pushing hard with crypto and trying to make this, you know, this ultimate idea that US will be the place in the future more than any other place for the future of crypto, which, I mean, bold statement for sure, considering that we have the whole Arabia, let's say, as, you know, definitely the place that we think right now, especially Dubai, when it comes to anything crypto related. We know that is the place where easiest possible way for you to spend your crypto, use your crypto, and be in a friendly environment using our crypto, not paying crazy taxes and etc. But yeah, I mean, that is a completely different story. Once again, thank you so much for being with me. Today we're gonna just like hang out. You know, I do want to talk and ask you guys, what are you thinking about the market? If you guys are more excited to see Bitcoin moving up, or maybe you start seeing altcoins moving. So let me know what you guys think. No voice. Oh no, bro. No voice. Are you sure? Okay, you here. Okay, we are good. Where is the Astar logo behind you, bro? I know. I keep forgetting stuff. Definitely should. I should have my Astar logo in the back. That would have been beautiful. Even my PFP, right? With my Astar in the background. That would be awesome. But tell me, guys, how was the weekend? How are you guys feeling right now? Right here is 3 p.m. It's still like, let's say, it's just the middle of my day. Usually Mondays are quite awkward for me because, you know, like you guys, majority, a great amount of my community just start getting active in my afternoon and during my morning, which I am, you know, very energetic and crazy. I don't have a lot of people active, so I have like a long period of time where I'm just like focused doing whatever I have to do, which is great, you know, just makes me a little bit more like, you know, how can I say, like tedious a little bit, you know, and feeling like sleepy and like, oh my God, you know. But anyways, that is a good timing now to reset the energy and get back to full mode. I hope you had a great weekend. Good morning for those that are starting your day. I also had this, let's say, unfortunately, thing happening with Twitter being just insane with its algorithm. Algo is better to say. Oh my God, it's been such a headache. You know, like I'm always like, just so you keep in mind, I work with Twitter and content creation for more than, you know, 3 years. in total it's 4 years, but I monetize for more than 2 years, etc, etc. But I'm always like checking engagement. I'm always like taking care, so we make sure that the content is performing well, you guys like, we post more whatever you guys want to see, and this and that. But in these past few weeks, almost months, the engagement, it's been very crappy, like really crappy. But I mean, I won't even say engagement because I don't think it's fair. The engagement is actually quite high, I have a great amount of people that replies and people that like and retweet. The problem is being the reach. And for those that doesn't know, like the reach is like that number that is like the views in a post, which is actually like something that if you really like start to care about your content, is not something that you're gonna like really pay attention or think too much, but it's actually like in the time that right now I have a great community. You guys are always active and around and engaging and supporting me. But at the time that we have good like, good replies, good engagement, we look at the views and the views are crap, So I'm definitely trying to solve this and figuring out and really putting more of my brain to like analyze and decide whatever I need to do, You are telling us that for the 10th time, but never mind. We know that you love Aster. I do, bro. Aster is in my heart, is in my bio. I wish like I'm actually, again, all the time I'm kind of like reorganizing myself, thinking in how can I support my community more? What can I do more for you guys? And I really love to give as much as I can to create a content. So I really want to be creating more about Aster. I want to be creating more about the whole BNB ecosystem as well. But it's been kind of, some, how can I say, bumps in the road, and just trying to like figure out whatever I'm looking for and pay attention the most. Into these past few weeks, even months maybe, I have been actually paying more attention in whatever is happening in the overall market, which, to be honest, is not that exciting and that amazing. I think I prefer way more if I could just be completely focused into talking about one ecosystem or talk about one thing. But I can't avoid myself, all the time they start looking at one thing only, other things start to play out and other things start happen that makes that thing start moving like crazy, and I have to pay attention into whatever else is happening so I can understand why what is happening here is happening. For example, Aster dropping for, we were at $2 and we ended up in less than $1 in a moment in these past few weeks. Why have that happen? I cannot come here and say that is because huge pressure to sell from traders here and there. I mean, pretty much all the market was bleeding, so makes me look at the big picture more than looking at the zoom of the situation, which maybe is like is something that with time I will start being more okay. I will just ignore whatever is happening in the big picture and focus more into this thing that I want to focus right here. One thing that I can say for sure, like last live stream we talked about some of the things that were playing out to give us some hope of Bitcoin have upcoming rally. And then of course after Bitcoin rally we have all the rest going nuts. We talked about those actually two particular things, metrics that we discussed about why they were showing us, let's say, bullish signals. But I think the same thing remains, even though last time we spoke, the market was still red and today is not that red. But the same thing keeps the same. Everyone is actually not quite sure if are we done or not done. when let's say everyone start once again speculating about we are not done, and I feel right now majority of people are saying the same thing about we are not done, I start thinking that maybe we are done, you know. But once again, for those that doesn't know, and I mentioned this so many times, I'm not a technical analysis person, and I'm not a trader. What I can say that I do definitely is like this swing trading, which is like we go to one thing to the other, and we pretty much keep like, how can I say, like recycling the money, which is what happens mainly in this space in the whole year. You know, we didn't have new money coming, but we had our own money being circulated to one thing to the other to the other to the other. But it's still, I guess everyone is so like focused into trying to find out if Bitcoin will have a leg up and then getting us into new all-time highs and having like a real rally, you know, and then having even the euphoria moment, or not, or are we done? And if we are done, this will definitely not be as it was in the last cycle, and maybe not even as the cycle before that. But I guess more than ever, we also need to remember that the more cycles we live, the more we're gonna have less of these crazy euphoric and bull crazy moments, you know. Why is that happening? I mean, the amount of people that are here, the amount of money that are here already. We need such a crazy amount of money to start making things to move. That was not the same story when we were, you know, 4, 8, 6 years ago. So that's what I mean. Like, if you actually want to trade, if you want to do swimming trading or anything like that, you're gonna even have to be someone that pays a lot of attention into narratives, which is a great thing, or you're gonna have to start paying attention into actually learning about technical analysis, which in my side is not really my thing, you know. Veronica, hello my love, I see you on Twitch. Once again, guys, for those that doesn't know, I have been doing the live streams for a very long time actually. The problem sometimes is just like I kind of sorry, I kind of changed the time that we are doing quite a lot, definitely way more than what I want to change. But I'm just kind of trying to set the balance between whatever I'm more focused on right now and you know, like whatever I have to do in my daily basis as well. But regardless, guys, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget dropping the chat. For those that, no matter where you are, I can see your chat. Dropping the chat, let me know if you are feeling bullish, if you are feeling bearish, if you are more excited to see Bitcoin moving or altcoins moving. Let's maybe share the screen here for a second and take a look together. As we can see, the market's not looking that horrible anymore. I think, again, last time we were here, oh geez, sorry, I don't know, but I'm kind of sleepy. Anyways, the last time that we were doing the live stream, we kind of were way more bloody than what we have right now. So what we can see here, Bitcoin, it get back into 105, which is great. I mean, actually 106 literally right now. It's retesting this level here. But in the last week, which is the last one that we were speaking, we are kind of pretty bloody in the 102, right? You didn't sleep well, I think. You need a Red Bull, you know, man? I swear that I had the Red Bull in my freezer. Like, I swear. I got home. I went to take my contact lens in the place that I had to take. I got home and I was like 100% sure that I had Red Bull. I was like super focused in getting the Red Bull and coming to the live. But then I opened the fridge and there is no Red Bull on it. You know, that hit so deeply, so deeply, you know. I think, you know, like when you are expecting, you are like, you even have the taste in your mouth, you know, you are completely like 100% sure it's there. And then I opened the fridge and it wasn't. It was such a horrible moment because I was so fucking sure, you know. I was really, and then I could have done some coffee, you know. I should have, but I was like, because I have like I have to grind the coffee, you know, and then make it, and I have to wait the time. But that's all right. I can feel the pain, bro. It's a pain that I don't desire, even to my worst enemy. It's so sad. You literally go excited to get the thing and then you don't have it. But that's okay. That's all right. You know how we can keep, like, especially for to be doing something like talking and then looking at something here together. Playing and chilling is definitely the pill for this type of moment, you know. So and as I have been saying here, today I actually didn't prepare as I wish I had. So we're gonna just like take a look into whatever is happening, and then we're gonna just enjoy a little bit. And also, you guys are starting your week. I don't want you to be, you know, that freaking out and thinking that much. Again, you know, things are quite the same, to be honest. Beside from the, let's say, the security chains, which we had Monero and Zcash going crazy, still are going crazy. We have talked about this in one of the live streams last week. Bitcoin, I think, have moved quite well in this past 24 hours. BNB is great to see them reclaiming the 1K. I think their spot is definitely well deserved in those highs, you know. Solana is still quite shy in their moves, and I guess from Solana on, we have all the rest in the same pot, you know. All these other, let's say, altcoins are just waiting, are just like recycling their own money, and some of them even like rethinking, restructuring, and moving on whatever they're gonna do, while, you know, Bitcoin and the rest of the market decide whatever they want to do it, you know. So anyway, we can take a look in some of the news here, see if there is anything that is worth to mention. And then we do what we know. We go play some BC game. We go enjoying a little bit. It's always so good to have a chill time together. Again, I mean, it's just the middle of my afternoon, but I'm definitely starting to get tired already. I am such a crazy morning person, and today I had to wake up even a little bit earlier than my usual time because the guy was supposed to come here. I mean, the guy came here to look at my barbecue. So yeah, it was just different. Let me update our name here for a second. What time is for you guys? Sorry, even my English is not working. Let me know what time is for you. Where are you guys talking from? What are you guys more excited and looking for? I definitely will have to make some coffee. I won't be able to keep up because, not that I have a lot going on, to be honest, but I want to get back to the full energy, you know. GM Miles, GM bro, how are you? Yeah, I think that is something good to mention right here. Actually, this have been happening for quite a while now. But it's interesting to see this happening right now. For those that still have not checked one of my contents talking about stablecoins, I definitely encourage you to go take a look into that. I have many threads and things on my page, which are pretty much talking about why stablecoins is such a massive opportunity and such a massive let's say category in the crypto market right now, and it's actually one of the catalyzer for everything else that we're gonna be happening even on this cycle or next cycles, because the more money we can have on stable coins is the more money that we can be adding and converting into any other asset, right? Well, will bulls drive Sol back to 180? I'm definitely looking forward to know that. Tell me what you guys are think about this as well. Okay, Ethereum gas fee plumped to record low. That is good. Bitcoin whales research. Trump media post 55 million losses Bitcoin. You know, this might be one of the things that might also help me, just give me that feeling that there is something else, you know, has to be something else. These big names, and I'm not just talking about anything related with Trump, but all the other institutions, things such as Michael Saylor's treasury, Bitcoin treasury, and all of those things, and many other huge companies buying Bitcoin. All of these big guys have been buying and keep buying in all of these last few months, regardless of the price and regardless of, you know, people not that excited or bullish. So I still have like this feeling in the back of my throat that something is still to happen, you know. Maybe might just not be as we expect, you know, but something might still happen. The top crypto gainers and losers. Let's see here. We have the top losers: ICP, Filecoin, Soon. This one I don't know. Near Protocol, Polkadot. And here's some other with top gainers. Okay. Decreed, this one I never heard. Virtual, yes, of course. Pump, yeah, Pump is keep going up and down, right? That is so crazy. I don't know how many of you actually like the Pump ecosystem. Again, I already mentioned in the last live as well, but I have such a crazy mixed feelings about those guys. GM Vincenz, how are you, guys? I think I will go just I will go make some coffee. You guys deserve me with full energy. You guys deserve that. So let's go. Let me take some coffee, and then we take a look into some of these things here and read about them. But don't forget, if you are on Twitter, you can retweet the room and share so more people can join us to have some fun and just hang out together here, talk about the market, maybe push this price up, why not? And then we start playing some BC and just having some fun, right? Okay, so just let me go take some coffee for us, and I will be right back. 1 second. Let's go. Whew. Let's go. Okay, I just put the coffee. I grind the coffee and put it into the stove. Right? That is the right way? I don't know. Hey, Star. Stacy. Hey, hey, babe. How are you? So, anyways, as I was saying, you guys deserve me with full energy, so let's get some coffee in. I mean, I literally didn't take anything in the afternoon, so that's explain my sleepiness. And also, as I said, like I even woke up earlier than my usual time. Not that much, but it's still, I also didn't sleep that early yesterday, but you know. So let's go back here for a second. I just want to talk about this thing quite quickly here. So we have Solana's 14 billion stablecoin boom, high USDC and Circle are powering Sol DeFi dominance. So when I, let's say, get started, and for a very long time during these years, USDT was the main one. And for those that don't know, like we have USDT, which is the main major one that is, let's say, close to or mainly, it was mainly Ethereum. And then we have USDC in the other side. And as we can see, both of them are paired with, you know, the same thing, US dollar. But USDC has been growing more, you know. When I say growing more, is like the amount of tokens being minted is quite bigger, you know. And that makes us quite wondering which one is better, right? Is there any that is actually better? Maybe we could say that more liquidity might make one better. More support from maybe government could be better. I do know, and we do have these like speculations into USDC being more, let's say, attached somehow with the whole Trump government. But let's take a look here and stop trying to guess. Solana's stablecoin ecosystem is rapidly emerging as one of the most powerful advantage, with total on-chain liquidity reaching 14 billion at press time. This milestone placed Solana ahead of Base, Arbitrum, and Optimus, ranking third overall behind Ethereum and Tron, which is quite huge. I definitely would expect to see Base ahead of Solana. I mean, I know a lot of people have been using these other two here, but it's quite interesting to see that. Maybe even one of the things that are pushing Solana use as well right now, volume and all of those things. So while Solana still trails Ethereum massive 167 billion stablecoin market, which, yeah, they are on not even 10% of that. Its quarter-over-quarter growth has been far more aggressive. Solana's Q1 and Q3 stablecoin markets grew by 140 and 40% respectively, significantly outpacing Ethereum 40 and 24 gains during the same period. This trend suggests Solana ecosystem can absorb the liquidity and adoption faster than its competitor, offering a strong structured add in the decentralized finance. Fair, but can we also say that why do we see Solana stablecoin market growing so much, like 140% and 40%, while Ethereum is just 14 and 24? Because we already have a huge dominance of Ethereum into anything stablecoin, into the stablecoin market. So it's not actually a fair comparison to be made, you know what I mean? If you understand, like, we are talking about a market that is already like right here, let's say, is a company of 100 billion. And right here we have a company of, what can I say here? Wait. I put an alarm for the coffee. So right here we have a company of 100 billion, and here a company of 20 billion. which one has more potential for growth? Is this one, right? And which one has more higher rate for growth? That is another thing. That is how much they can grow, even if it is just a little bit, but in a very high amount if you compare the amount they are, the how big they already are. I know my English is not helping me here to explain this shit. It's just because like looking and reading like these comparisons, like these trends suggest Solana's ecosystem can absorb liquidity and adoption faster than its competitors. I mean, not exactly. You know what I mean? So, speed, liquidity, and DeFi expansion. Solana fast-paced liquidity cycles are providing vital during network activity spikes such as meme coin launch or trading surge. With capital moving swiftly across the ecosystem, trading volumes rise sharply, triggering quick rotations of liquidity that fuel additional DeFi activity. Unlike Ethereum, where liquidity tends to move more gradually, Solana's models support rapid capital turnover, which is definitely a big upside, creating a more dynamic environment for new projects. These agilities is attracting a growing number of DeFi protocols and startups. I think that is very fair, and I definitely like this. My main issue is still that with such a quick rotation of money in the ecosystem, it becomes very hard for you to be building something or even like holding something, you know? Let's say you launch your company, your project, you have a token. The amount of how easy it becomes to sell and trade tokens, the recycling of this money is super quick. So for maybe 5 days, you're gonna be in the shining moment where money is coming in, but then as fast it came, it will be as fast it will go out, which is why some people even love meme coins on Ethereum, because comparing Solana's own meme coins on Solana and meme coin on Ethereum, people will trade and will sell for $10 gain on Solana. Meanwhile, on Ethereum, even though this is changing, people will not sell just for $10. And that is such a upside, in my opinion. Okay, guys, 1 second, the coffee is ready. Let's go. Let's go! Yeah, actually, I just got a little bit because it was not completely done. Suck. Vincenz, do you even read the comments? Yes, I read all of them. I can see all of you guys, really. I'm seeing all of the comments and stuff in my second screen here. Regardless, let's keep going here quickly because I want to play. As you can see, you know, there is not a lot going on right now, as I said in the beginning. And for those that were not here in the beginning, I encourage you to just listening and take a look into that. We were just saying that right now it's kind of everyone is like on hold and waiting for something to happen. no one is quite sure if we're gonna have a rally or won't have a rally. And I guess everyone is like betting right now and trying just to figure out what will happen. But to finalize this thing here, Circle strategy bet on Solana liquidity network. A key driver of Solana stablecoin momentum is Circle, the issuer of USDC, which is incredibly positioned Solana as preferred blockchain for stablecoin deployment. Out of USDC 75 billion total circulated supply, around 12% is hosted on Solana, which is still quite low. Remarkably, USDC now represents nearly 60%. Wow. Of Solana's entire stablecoin market, giving Circle a commanding role in shaping its liquidity infrastructure. Can be good, but can be something also very bad. We don't like centralization, right? In early November, Circle minted 1.3 billion USDC with 93% of that supply deployed on Solana. With 93% of that deployed, this massive mint signals Circle's confidence in Solana transaction speed and scalability, as well as growing DeFi footprint. Meanwhile, Ethereum still holds a larger share of USDC, but Tether dominates 58% of Ethereum's stablecoin market, leaving Circle more room to grow on Solana's faster and cheaper network. So Tether is still the big daddy holding majority of the market, stablecoin market on Ethereum. As the stablecoins flows accelerate, Solana liquidity DeFi is becoming a key tailwind for the Sol token itself. Well, I mean, between my choices, top choices, of course, I have Solana with me. You know, it's quite just not XRP, you know, completely no problem for those that like, but my list is very like similar with whatever we have in this top: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and then going down, which let's say the ones that have lower cap. I mean, Tone here 100%, and I have been around this ecosystem for such a long time. I worked there as a content creator, so my content is always trying to provide a big picture and a different perspective of what the Toncoin ecosystem is going, you know, where it's going. This is like, let's say, maybe, can we say that maybe this is a small cap? Definitely not, because we are talking about a big FTV already. But if we go at DeFi Llama for a second, which for those that doesn't know, on DeFi Llama, you can see like more precisely about this money. Look, right here we have right now 107 million, which is pretty low if comparing with, let's say, also new ecosystems and good ones that have not that have been in the game for the same time as Tone, but are right now on 1 billion. So I guess it's a huge matter of time, you know. We almost had the 1 billion while we were during July of last year. Looking quickly into some other ecosystems that I like, this one is one of the ecosystems that I like quite a lot. Actually, I didn't saw this big drop here. Not sure why it happened. Wow, 44. That is quite a lot. What happened? What about the price? Anyone here like say? We had a huge drop right here. Why is that? We were at 0.27 and we went to 0.2, which is like crazy volume and crazy amount of money that was getting out of the ecosystem. Well, we definitely want to take a look and keep in mind, because with this back, like, push, everything that goes down have to go up. Not always, of course. But this one in particular have definitely been following them quite a lot. In the check total and Tau. Yeah, Tau is one that I definitely like. I also have been around them for quite a long time, because I actually worked with a meme coin that was they had a minting they had mining computers that were mining Tau, and the meme coin also was attached to the revenue that was being generated from those mining. So because of that, I was quite around this ecosystem here. For those that doesn't know, Tau is, let's say, AI blockchain, but one of the, let's say, OGs, we can say, maybe. Definitely very, very strong. They have been a while, way more than anything AI related, I also have done a thread about this. So guys, always, if there is something that sometimes I mention and if I say that I liked or this or that, most likely there is a thread and a content that I have done. And I definitely encourage you to take a look, because these threads are very educational to help you understand whatever they are. So then you can decide about, okay, let's look at the price, let's see if it's worth it, blah, blah, blah. But quickly looking at what is the big picture, we have beginning of this year, which March here, guys, March was when, I can be wrong, but it was when we start having a kind of rally into other coins as well, even people screaming altcoin, all of that. But then we had a back into 200, then 300, then 200, then again 500, then all-time highs here actually, which is not that long ago. Then we back into 190, 200. It's actually looking quite good. I guess maybe this could go down a little bit more. Maybe open more this window just to understand whatever is happening. But it's the same, right? If we see Bitcoin moving up, things such as this will definitely go up, If we don't see Bitcoin going up, things like this thing will go down. Not, they won't die or anything like that, but they will come, hold back, and the money might go back to Bitcoin, or even being liquided, and people, let's say, getting prepared for the bear market. So that is something to keep in mind. But besides, if I start seeing, let's say, Bitcoin is showing more and more signals that it's gonna keep, I will just, pick the few ones that I love, put them in, in a big hug, and stay with them forever. That is what I would do, And just okay, 20% is good. Yeah, exactly, At the end, everyone follow BTC. I even, let me put this in the screen captain. In the end, everyone follow fucking BTC. Everyone. So it's literally any. Of course, there is things that they might be following the same narrative, in the parallel, But at the end, at some point, they are connected, I think I think there is a problem when we look at the crypto market in general. Oh my God. When we look at the crypto market in general, and influencers, and we say so bad about some influencers and this and that, what I think we forget so many times is that when we are talking about, I'm extremely bullish on Sol, or I'm extremely bullish on this, or on this, or that, or this, or people just forget to say what is the timeline that they are talking, Am I bullish about December being a good year, being a good month? I am bullish about that. I'm bullish about that. So people will literally just hear whatever they want to hear. So people hear Jana saying that she is bullish about Bitcoin, period. but they don't listen that she was saying, I am bullish about Bitcoin in December, you know? And I guess that is a big problem. So let's say again, like Tau right here, it was looking pretty strong. I would definitely like make some, just like go deep into seeing what traders are saying, what are the speculations, why the price have been going up and being strong in this past 140. I mean, actually last month, even during the month, I can see here that they went to the 500. No, sorry. No, this is all right. Oh, no. Okay, this is the beginning of it because the month and the day is inverted. But besides, yeah. But besides, I think, once again, getting back to the point, we are all kind of waiting something to happen, and nothing much will happen until this thing happen, until like bulls or bears start to win. And I guess right now, I won't say that there is one winning. I guess there is just like some people taking some advantage in the shorter window and smaller timeline to make their thing. We have so many different, I forgot, factors that suggest that we might have a good a run upcoming, but also some that will say that, and I am talking about like actually technical things, saying that we actually are done. So study as much as you can, be aware that literally anything can happen, always. So we as investors, traders, and whatever, just need to be prepare for whatever are these different options. CZR, hey John, hey my love. How are you? So guys, time to reset. Now is that beautiful moment. And by the way, for those that are on Twitter, don't forget that you can retweet the room and support this live a lot. So do it. Okay. Let's start having fun, shall we? Let's play some games. Give me one moment. Even Twitch or X, we're gonna keep going there, playing some games and having some fun for more half an hour, and it would be a pleasure to have you there with me. Thank you so much for watching this, and yeah, I see you on Twitter and Twitch.